remember this? And did you have a friend or a family member get to this point?
Trump, if you see this, please save us.
Learned helplessness and the cumulative nature of stress can severely distort a person's perception of reality, and in extreme cases even lead normally rational people to adopt irrational or conspiratorial beliefs. The second half of that sentence is what this book is all about. So learned helplessness is a psychological condition in which a person feels powerless to change or escape a negative situation after repeated exposure to stressors that seem uncontrollable. First studied in animals by this guy, Martin Seligman, this idea also applies to humans. When we repeatedly encounter situations where our actions have no impact, we sometimes just stop trying to change our circumstances altogether, even when change becomes possible. People that have gotten to this point use phrases like "why bother" or "it doesn't matter," or they make sweeping generalizations about things. And this feeling of helplessness compounds over time with chronic stress, which wears down a person's mental and emotional resilience. Unlike acute stress, which can sometimes sharpen our decision-making in emergencies, cumulative stress overwhelms cognitive capacity, impairs memory, and weakens our judgment. So under these conditions, people tend to seek simplified explanations for complex problems and are more susceptible to emotionally satisfying narratives, especially those that give them a sense of agency or assign blame to a clear antagonist or villain, something I talked about in a previous video. So to make this specific, it's highly likely that the people you know that have succumbed to QAnon or any of MAGA's or Trump's conspiracy theories have probably been living very stressed lives, and their break from reality may have seemed sudden, but it probably wasn't. He argues that it was probably a gradual erosion that was influenced by psychological stress, social alienation, and exposure to misinformation. When people are emotionally overwhelmed due to job loss, health crises, or social upheaval, they are more likely to mistrust traditional sources of information and gravitate toward alternative narratives that promise understanding, justice, or control. And they end up appreciating, or in some cases loving or even worshiping, a person who tells them that what they're worrying about is a black or white issue, and that if they simply do or believe X, then their lives will improve. This is a really good book. As always, if you enjoy my content and would like to keep up with the work I'm doing, consider subscribing to my YouTube channel, signing up for my newsletter, or subscribing to my Substack.